This video is mostly for S.T.A.L.K.E.R, who expressed interest in World War II era weapons or older in the zone while I was watching one of his live streams, but others might find it fun as well. Let's see what we've got right here in Cordon. S.T.A.L.K.E.R 44. Since this is converted to 545, I call it the STG-74. TT-33 Pt.1 model of 1933. And its correct caliber. 7.62 by 25 Pt.1. Let's dip into this footlocker and see what else we've got. Two different Mosa Nagants with and without scope. I prefer the one that's sans scope. A converted Mauser, rechambered for 7.62 rim. Arasaka done the same way. M14 also converted. I know that's post-World War II era, but still, it's a converted weapon in the zone. It's fun to play around with that sort of thing. A BAR also converted. A converted Lewis gun. Wouldn't have expected that. An SKS, which is pretty pointless in this configuration with a non-removable scope. Saiga 12C, always useful. RPK-74, always useful. Pernash, one of my favorite sidearms in any mod that has one. But wait, what's this empty space right here? Oh, a Thompson. Well, let's see what kind. What specific variant. M1A1. What should I play around with first? Might save this for later because it's the most practical, but it's also fun. Being converted to 5.45 means you can find ammo for it in most areas of the zone. Its advantage over an AK-74 is it's super accurate. It's outclassed entirely by the RPK-74, which is lighter, has higher capacity, nearly double, and accepts a Pt.1 scope and a universal sound suppressor. Not a big fan of this, due to the way they handled the peep sight. So I just won't use that. But I thought I should include it for the sake of completion. Straight bolt, not straight pull bolt, but straight bolt. Curved bolt. Notice how the Mosin Nagant, that's Sans scope, is loaded with the stripper clip. That sort of balances the two. I prefer this one just because it's fun. It's fun to hunt monsters with just plain old iron sights. I call that safari style. Notice that view bob. You really have to double crouch to get rid of that. I don't really need to use both of these. So I will leave this one behind. But again, for the sake of completion, I just thought I should show it. ZF-39 scope. This is the creme de la creme of bolt-action rifles in this version of this mod. Oblivion Lost 2010. Once again, you really have to double crouch to get stability. This is double crouch. This is regular crouch. This is standing. But as per typical, for me anyway, I prefer iron sights. What should we do as a test? I love Atlas Spawn, or any spawn mod or spawn menu. It lets you create all sorts of really fun battles. Bandits. North. Опа, опа, огазем, чики, брики, и в домке. don't want to have to shoot through the bushes blindly. That's not my style. In Oblivion Lost 2010, it's possible for enemies to score headshots on you and kill you instantly. And in instances like those, it rarely matters what sort of armor you're wearing. What next? Another mix of bandits and snorts. This time, fewer bandits and more snorts. Let's say 8 bandits and 16 snorts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's make it 12. Those snorts really snort all those bandits to death? Super snorks, and me without a 40 millakilotime, or just plain 40 miller time. Told, I've always had the best luck destroying snorts to death with a pistol, unless I feel like shooting them out of the air as they lunge at me. Then I'll use a shotgun. If I'm in an extra sporting mood, then I like to blast them out of the air. If they're super long jumping, man-eating snorks, and I'm in an extra sporting mood, then I like to blast them out of the air with 40 mil, or if I want extra ultra challenge, then I might try to shoot them in the head with a pistol while they're in the air. Yes, the super long jumping kind. Like that one. See if I can get it to... Oh. See, when you're battling snorks that lunge at different distances, it's hard to really gauge it just right. Well, I nailed that one. Don't know if it was a headshot, but I nailed it. It might have, if it wasn't a headshot, that means I had already wounded it, most likely with this. How did I screw that up? Double crouch to evade their snorking at you. I'm aiming too low. It might be because I'm accustomed to using a pistol against snorks with no zoom. There's a faux pas. That's one reason why I prefer the Mauser. It's pointless to close the bolt just to open it up again after the last shot. After you fire the final shot with a bolt action, there's no reason to open the bolt, then close the bolt, then open it again. I see this all the time in FPS games. Well, what should we have fun with next? Oops. What was I thinking? I just wanted to unload them.
Все, музыкальная пауза.
What would be fun?
Вот ведь как грустно все выходит.
80 kilograms on any difficulty. I still try to maintain a payload weight limit just under 50 kilograms. Or somewhere under 50 kilograms. First, before I get using these, I just don't see the point of this particular variation of the SKS. I do see the purpose of an SKS in the zone. They would probably really be plentiful in the zone and really cheap. It makes sense to be one of the first rifles you get. You know, one of the first rifles a noob, a rookie in the zone would actually have, maybe bring one with them in the zone, or would be the first weapon, one of the first weapons a rookie would get their mitts on in the zone. But it would not be in this configuration with a non-removable scope. It's not accurate enough to warrant this scope, plus that view bob is just horrendous. I'm pretty sure some Stalker mods have an M1 Garand. Same combination. Non-gratuitous tactical reload, which technically means you wouldn't have to cock it. It'd already be around in the chamber, and you'd end up with 21. This is a pretty viable weapon. I think, what country was it that used a BAR? In some indigenous caliber. I know I saw episode of Forgotten Weapons that talked about that. More than one, I think. It had a different name. Real easy to control your fire. Another non-frivolous tactical reload. No, that was disappointing. I was hoping to shoot it out of the air. Hey dog, help me out with these snorks. They'd probably attack you too anyway. Once again. I don't do disappointment very well. It's not my style. Could have done better with that. Now the Lewis gun. A machine gun that does not require you to wear an exoskeleton, and you can buy it from Sid. And it uses all types of 7.62 rimmed except for AP, which is the best type of ammo, but still, it means you can get ammo for it. It uses belt boxes. You just have to kind of fill in the gaps with your imagination, I guess. I mean, it's a record player style machine gun that uses these top-fed pan drums, so there's no possible way you could adapt a belt box into that. I guess if you're a savvy gunsmith, maybe you could adapt this into the whole gun into a belt-fed gun, but there'd really be no point in doing that. It would probably be less economical than simply smuggling surplus PKMs, PKs, or even PKPs into the zone. But I'm thinking in terms of real-world logistics. Anyway, here I'll switch over to 7N1. I don't have any 7N14 or 7N14 ammo on me, nor do I have any AP to illustrate how this gun accepts most of the ammo types in 7.62 rim that you'll find in the zone. Well, the same combination. Add a little spice to it. A little more zazz. Flesh pigs make everything more fun. I need more bandits. Might have overdone it just a bit. Really, the most practical gun in this caliber, 7.62 by 54 rim, is the SVD, especially because you can add and remove a scope as needed, and it also accepts a sound suppressor. The SVD sound suppressor in this version of this mod only fits on the SVD. How did you manage to double back on me?